Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine. My name is Dave and welcome back to another Smash Up video. I hope you have your airplane tickets ready and your passport because we are going to be traveling around the world in this Smash Up expansion. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from AEG. Thank you so much for your support. Now, this is one of 2 World Tour expansions that are out. Oh, I haven't looked at the second one just yet. Stay tuned for that. But this one right here is International Incident. It has 4 factions here. You got the Mounties, the Sumo Wrestlers. Again, a great just pick for a faction that excites me. And the 3 Musketeers and the Luchadors. I think a lot of these factions are going to be popular when it comes to theme. A lot of people, maybe with the exceptions of Mounties, I never thought they would put that in the game, but riding the moose is kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and show you if this expansion is still giving us new concepts, new synergies, and new expectations when it comes to Smash Up, or if they finally ran out of ideas. So let's check it out now. Okay, so this is what you get in the expansion International Incident. And you get 4 factions here. You get the Musketeers, which, yeah, I'm interested. You get the Mounties. Okay, not so much interested, but I'll see what's up. Luchadors. Okay, my ears have perked up. And Sumo Wrestlers. Okay, now you've piqued my interest. So these 4 factions are right here, and the VP tokens are getting a little better. I do really like the blue ones here, and these ones are just Canadian maple leaves, which are cool, but still, I like the Cthulhu tokens the most. And as always, there are bases that come with the faction, so let's go over those first, and then we'll get on to my least favorite of the 4 factions on up to my favorite. Let's go. So the bases, of course, correspond to a lot of the powers that are on the factions. The Strategic Syrup Reserve, this allows you to move somebody else's minions when you place a minion there. The Golden Lily just allows you to draw cards. The Squared Circle, at the first time you play a minion here, each turn you may place a random action from the discard pile into your hand. Ringside, after you play an action that directly affects another player's minion here, draw a card. This one here, the Great White North. Before the base scores, each player moves one of their minions from here to another base and gives it +1 power to the end of the turn. That's an interesting one. The reason why I like this one is I like that art in the back. It's so whimsical and awesome. So interesting, and I also like when the second place is more than first place. That always fascinates me. So those are the bases. Let me go to my least favorite faction, and, well, they're the Mounties. Okay, so the Mounties, the theme is that they're super friendly, and they just might be friendly enough to win over some of your minions, and or manipulate the game in their favor. So this Mountie Major here, this minion has +1 counter for each minion here controlled by another player with the most minions here. So other people can help you out there with the minions they have. Northern Mover, choose one of your other minions, move it to another base, or give it +1 token. If there is another minion here, place this minion has +1 power. War Canuck, I mean, whoa, that is some brutal machine gunning there. Now Dudley is interesting. You got a whole bunch of Dudley in here. Move this minion to a base with another player's minion to give that minion +1 power until the end of turn. And always get our man, move one of your minions to the base where another player's minion with less power to destroy that minion at the end of turn. Bring him in after this minion moves to another base. Place a +1 counter to it. The missiles, look at the missile moose. Battle Moose, your minions here cannot be destroyed by other players' cards. Power Poutine, up to 2 of your minions get +2 counters. Play before a base scores, each of your minions gains +1 counter. +1 counters in this one. And the Hitch Q, each of your minions here has +1 power. Move one of your minions to the base, and some moving too. That has some decent movement. So they're kind of like all around. Now, move one of your minions from another player's base there to give it +2 into the end of the turn. Choose the base with another player's minion. So that one is Move a Boot, is probably my favorite card. And this faction just doesn't really thrill me too much at all. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one in line, and that is the Musketeers. So the Musketeers are all about big action. So Musketeer Princesses, any of the factions that have some awesome actions and abundance of them is going to be advantageous for the Musketeers. After the first time each turn you play an action that directly affects the minion, +1 power token in the turn. This minion is not affected by other minions' actions. After you play an action that directly affects one or more of your minions here, those minions each get +1 counter once during your turn. After you place an action that directly affects a minion, you may place an action that directly affects this minion as an extra action. A lot of action. And after you play an action that directly affects this minion, draw a card. On guard, choose a minion to gain +1 to the end of turn and draw a card. Man in the Iron Mask, +2 power until the end of turn. You may play an extra action directly affects that minion. Make way, move one of your minions to another base and play an extra action. Last stand, battle, on a roll, more action, and just action cut. All for one and one for all. Let's just do the all for one here. Choose a minion. Each of your minions there gains +1 power to the end of the turn. You may play an extra action. Very powerful card if you have a lot of minions there. So the Musketeers, they make sense. It makes thematic sense. They're skilled in their moves and the way that they slice and dice people up, and that is translated into the actions. They're still cool. But there's 2 more factions that I like more, and the next one up is the Sumos. Okay, so the Sumo Wrestlers bring back the discard game, and not since the Ghost have I seen the discard game be so heavy. Other factions out there that have to focus with the discard, it can help, and like a smaller hand, but really the faction to mash up with this one is definitely the Ghost. But the Rookie Sumo here, you may discard a card to place 1 power token on a minion. You get a Body Slam, choose another player, and based where your minion have a minion, move all their minions there to another base. Give one of your minions +2 token until the end of the turn, or discard a card to give it 4. Whew, get that cat out of there, you kitty. Discard any number of cards. For each discarded, place 1 power token. Bulking Soup. The prize +3 power counters on one of your minions. Very strong. Just draw 3 cards for a trophy. Draw 2 cards and place 2 power tokens totals on your minions. Grasp the Belt. Choose a base where you have a minion. Move a minion there to another base. Headbutt. Choose a base where you have a minion. Destroy other minion players' actions have been there. Yokozuna. Just a powerful brick house here. Your minions cannot be moved by other players. Draw a card or move another player's minion from here to another base. Very, very strong. Top tier, after you discard 1 or more cards from your hand, place a power token on it. Third tier, you may move another player's minion with power 3 or less from another base. So they're bumping people. Very thematic. Though I do think this is the most straightforward faction out of the 4 here. So if you want something simple, everything's on the cards, and you can pretty much mesh this up with anything and have fun. So now to my favorites, which surprisingly, the Luchadors won out. So let's talk about them. Okay, so the Luchadors have a new mechanism that has to do with set up cards. So we'll go through those first. So Yellow Demon, you may search your deck or discard pile for setup actions and place them in your hand. Flora Lucha, you have a whole bunch of these in there. She's awesome and badass. If another player's minion here has one of your actions played on it, this minion has +2. What do you mean by that? Well, powerful setup. Play on another player's minion. Each of your minions has +1. I like the Street Sharks there. The art is pretty cool. Play on another player's minion. Ongoing after the first time each turn a minion is played here, draw a card. So that's smart setup, quick setup. Play on another minion, you may play an extra action. And see that though you'll be playing those and setting people up, and some of your minions will take advantage of it. place an action from your discard pile into your hand, play an action on another minion as an extra action. He is just super strong. This minion really doesn't pair up too much with the deck, but he's interesting. Before this base scores, you may destroy a minion here with a printed power of 3 or less, controlled by each other player. He's interesting, just not within the whole theme. Cheap pop, give one of your minions +2 power to the end of turn, or +4 instead if there is a setup there. So again, get this setup. Tag team, play an extra minion at a base where you have a minion. So thematic. Reversal, the aliens taking the chair on the dome before the base scores when you are not winning. Take control of a minion there with a setup action on it until the end of turn. And destroy any number of your actions on that minion. This one here, Senor Munch Slam versus the Monsters. Choose any number of actions from your discard pile. Place one that can be played on a minion into your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. Out for the count. This one is my favorite. So powerful. Choose a minion with one or more of your actions on it. Return it one of those actions to your hand and destroy that minion. Boom. And look, he hit the floor face first. And pin is a really cool one too. Play on a minion with one of your actions on it. This minion abilities are canceled and its powers isn't added to its controller's total power. So basically you're hindering the other minions. I like the new mechanism they bring in. Really easy to comprehend because it's all on the cards. That's pretty much the MO with Smash Up. My favorites by a long shot, I think. The Sumo Wrestlers thematically, I still think those are cooler thematically, but the Luchadors mechanism-wise are my favorites. So let's go ahead and get to my final thoughts, and we'll go from there. So that is the international incident, and this one gets a thumbs up from me. It's not one of those expansions that blows me away, but a solid one. Absolutely. The Sumos and the Luchadors, smashing them up is a fun, kind of variable to play, but just them in itself, they're fun to play, especially the Luchadors with the setup. And it surprised me that they are my favorite ones, the wrestlers, because I thought the Sumos were going to win out, but just because they are discarding stuff like the Ghosts weren't really my favorite faction to play, but when I mashed them up with the Sumos, it made a powerful deck. And I'm still not excited by the Mounties, and I'm still not excited. And I'm not excited about the Mounties even after playing. It's one of those factions that's going to fall on the wayside. Off to the wayside for me, but there might be some good combos. I am going to try to min-max and make a video telling you the most powerful decks, I think, in my opinion, but right now we're just going over these expansions, and this one definitely is a thumbs up for me. If you have the core set and that's all you have and you want to get an expansion, unless you like any of these, you can wait to get this either for a third or even the fourth expansion. This is not a first expansion kind of thing, in my opinion. Though, if you do want to pick it up for your first or just right now, there is going to be a link down below. So you can go ahead and shoot yourself over there to pick it up. And again, thank you so much, AEG, for providing us with this review copy. Paul and crew, I don't know how you keep coming up with these new ideas, but keep them coming. I love me Smash Up, and it's still not crazy bloated or convoluted, whereas if it were to be, I think newer players, it wouldn't be such a great implementation like Smash Up is. So keep knocking it out of the park, and thank you so much, Vine Nation, for clicking like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Until next time, let's see you. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. My name is Dave, and I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 15,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.